All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Shotgun now for Carr. Got an open man. It's Aitman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now, 180. Mike 50, yeah. Blue day. Express. That's me. Express. 50, Mike 50. It's coming this way, Here we go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Carr now on first down. He's got it to Williams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Open man, Butler complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. This will be caught by Brown. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short. Now Carr again. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown Raiders. Antonio Brown. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Switch. Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80. Man, I got you.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58 to Mike. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time deep. Don't let him.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Yellow.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 27, Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. They'll give him a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run it with Williams. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Second and goal from the 1. Williams will try again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal.
Back 2 to Mike. Mike back 2. Mike back 2. Coming. Shift. Watch the shift.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Harrison Butler for the Chiefs field goal. A 19-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On the end around, here comes Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Monday, down. 180. Number 53. Mike 53. Here we go. Here we go. 29. 29. 53. 53. Mike. That's right. We ain't giving him nothing to take. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check three. Alert three.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Hey, 43, 15. Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31.
Drop deep. Check nickel.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, nearly another in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
You got tight right there. Kill.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Throwing on second and long. Carr. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because The receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now.
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I got you. Check 24, check 24. Jim.
43.
Mahomes now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Check 26.
Hey, 15.
Mike, 58, right there. Quit talking about it and bring it. Joker. Shoot.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
I don't need to. That's a lie.
So we got man.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Davian Williams, as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Carr got him in. It's Brown. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mahomes now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
15.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down. Let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
50 yellow. 180. Right there. 15.
Hey, it's just me and you.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 38-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Attack, attack!
Watch, twitch.
Yellow.
Hey, watch this, watch this. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
My God.
Go, 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 go.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Yellow. That's a lot of light.
Against the mic. Ready? Hey, we got tight left, tight left. 4 down, 4 down. Alert.
Attack.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mahomes going to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is fielded at the goal line. Evades the tackler, and now some space. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On first down, it's Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Check.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Let's go.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Watch the run. Just stop, baby. That's a baby stop.
Back. Hey, 43, 15.
Watch twist.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
From the 44, Mahomes looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. We're back now in KC. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, 694. Everyone, you got 4 down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. His throw incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too.
58 to Mike, 58.
Raider 1.
Check down.
Yo, Chief.
Showing it.
Go.
58.
On 3rd down, Carr.
You got me.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Carr now, just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
Come get some. Let's go, Mike.
Express.
50. Heavy on the edges.
Express.
Mike's 50.
Express.
Defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
You know that old expression, it's not my night?
You got him.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get in the weight room.
Hey, 734.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
Check mark 50. Mike is a 50. Check mark 50. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. That's it.
To throw on third down, Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check 13. Check 13.
From the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Yellow. All right, go, Lou, Eddie.
Crunch time, defense.
50, yellow, 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 yellow.
58.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hatch it. Hatch it.
Hey, 57, 57.
Mike, 58, right there. Get your swerve on.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The busy night continues for Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to fourth down.
Let's get it.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They run. It's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Brings up second and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10.
Check out.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
At the 30-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 1st down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
What now? You want it?
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And they